All right, guys, I'm super, super excited for our call tonight with Cristal. Guys, if you don't know Cristal, go look at her Instagram really quickly. Cristal, is it your last name, Currier?
Yeah, Cristal.Currier. I can put it in the chat.
Yeah, do it. Go look at her Instagram really quick. I'm gonna have her host another call sometime on branding. We just had one on branding though, so I didn't want her to do that again. But she is a freaking rock star at branding. And she has like over 40,000 Instagram followers, and she built all of that. That wasn't just like some viral post or something. Like, she is freaking killing her Instagram and attracting her dream clients. I am just gonna mute everyone real quick so we don't have any background noise. She's killing it. So I'm super excited for her to talk to us tonight. I had your stats all pulled up here, then I pulled up your Instagram. So Cristal has been a coach for almost 4 years. She's a 1-star diamond. She's an all-star legend, which means she's been in Success Club for over 24 months straight, but Cristal has actually been in Success Club for over 50 consecutive months, which is, talk about consistency. Like, we always talk about Success Club, and that's how you grow your business. She's been doing it 50 months straight. And then she also, coaching allowed her to pay off all of her student loans just in 6 months, and she's been living debt-free ever since, which is awesome. I know Tyler and I are working on that ourselves. So I am just going to let Cristal take over so she can have the whole time that we have. If you guys don't mind showing your faces, there you are, Courtney, just so she can have someone to talk to. I just got done hosting her team call, and I was like, I like to see faces, like, interact with me. So interact in the chat, give her your love, give her your attention, and Cristal, we're super excited to hear from you, and you can tell us a little bit more about you, and she's going to be talking about having a rock star confident mindset, which I'm super excited about. So go ahead.
Yes, awesome. Well, thank you, Emily, and thanks everyone for being here. I totally do love seeing everyone's faces. When I started out as a coach, it was way back in the day, and it was super ghetto, and we still had to call in for our team calls. So we didn't get to see anyone's faces. So I love this. It's so awesome. It's so much better than Facebook Live because we get to interact and all of that. So yeah, like Emily said, feel free to post things in the chat. I will say though, I have super ADD. So if I miss anything while I'm talking, we can go back after. I will try to have time for questions and comments or anything you guys want to talk about at the end, which means I might talk a little fast. So if I'm talking too fast, feel free to yell at me, because sometimes I get excited and I do go really, really fast. So yeah, Emily kind of gave you a little background about my business, but a little bit more about me. I kind of have always been into health and fitness. I'm not going to go super into my story just because I'd rather give you guys information and stuff you can go take action on. But when I became a coach, I was really at this place, I think I was 24, and I was working a job that was meh. I had a degree in health. It was holistic health and health sciences. And then I also had a health coaching certificate. And then Cameron and I, my boyfriend, we started traveling for his job. And so we went to Hawaii first, and I didn't work while we were there. And then we came back to the mainland, is what people call it. And we lived in Philly. And so I randomly I got a chiropractic assistant job. And I had kind of convinced myself that it was in the health field. So it's okay. You should be happy, Cristal. But every day I would just kind of roll out of bed. I wasn't passionate. And I was just is this it? Is this all there is to life? Is this my life? And so I kind of had gotten to a point where I was just asking myself these questions, and coaching literally landed in my lap. I wasn't looking for it. I didn't have a coach. I never had done a challenge group. I did know about the programs, but it was just because I knew about them in high school. My friends and I used to have Turbo Jam parties, and we would work out. Which is so fun, right? But I didn't even know coaching existed. So it literally landed in my lap. And I always talk about how the universe gives us exactly what we need, when we need it, because it just fell in my lap. And I was that person who signed up to be a coach first time I was asked. Like I said, I'd never been in a challenge group, and I signed up solely for the business opportunity. But when I signed up, a little background about our topic now, about confidence and mindset and all that. I was like still super shy. So like my whole life, I've been really shy. I don't know what it was. Like I was the youngest in my family. I was the youngest in my big family. So like out of all our cousins and stuff, I was the youngest. I was always around boys, like my brother and his friends. So for whatever reason, like I just kind of went inward and like I wouldn't talk. I just would never speak my opinion. I was never someone that you would look at and be like, she's super confident. Like she's got it going on. I was so the opposite of that. Like I was so shy and like insecure and just like uncomfortable with who I was that I wouldn't even make a peep like in social situations. Like I wouldn't even talk. I didn't want anyone talking to me. I didn't want people looking at me. Like I would get super awkward. So anyways, that was just a little background about our topic, because I do want to say that like confidence and mindset, they're just skills. Like having that presence where you stand in your power, it's something that anyone can develop. And I wanted to share that like I'm not that person. Like I think we all know people in our lives where we're just like, they're born with it. Like they were born with that confidence. Like, you know, they just kind of have that way about them where you're just like, dude, they've just had this. They came out of the womb with like all this confidence. And I'm not that. So I wanted to share that with you because like if anyone can relate, if feeling like you don't have confidence or you don't have like the mindset you want to have, I'm an example that anyone, like literally anyone, can develop these skills. So that was a little background. I'm going to keep taking sips of water because I like just ate dinner, so I'm super thirsty. I had cereal for my dirty yellow. It was delicious. I'll put a little peanut butter on top. And I'm weird. I like, sorry, so totally side note. I saved the bite of peanut butter for my last bite. So it's like dessert. I'm weird like that. Okay, rolling into our topic. So I hope you're ready to take some notes. First thing I want to say is confidence is like a superpower. When you have it, it's like everyone is attracted to you. Like, have you ever heard that vibes don't lie? The way you show up every single day, whether you have a confident mindset or you don't, is relaying what's coming back to you in your life. So if you show up super confident and like, you're like, I got this, you're standing in your power with everything you do, you're going to attract that. And in turn, with your business, it's going to help your business grow even faster. I promise. Like if you believe in you, which is part of confidence, other people are going to believe in you. So how do we develop this superpower? First and foremost, I think you all probably already know, I'm going to say this at some point, personal development, which I hope you're all already doing. And I know this is nothing new, nothing brand new, nothing shocking. You're not like, oh my God, I've never heard that before. This is crazy, Cristal. But first, we can develop it with personal development. Second, action, taking action. Third, getting outside of our comfort zones. I know it's scary. And fourth, having support and accountability. So I'm going to go into those more depth. But how amazing, looking at that list right now, is it that that's like all part of what we do as coaches? Like how cool is it that not only do we get to build a business, but we get to better ourselves and build our confidence and improve our mindsets with building a business and accomplishing our goals. Like I think that's freaking amazing. Like when I was writing this list down earlier, I was like literally sitting there just being like, this is incredible. Like so amazing. I love this. So, okay, let's dive deeper. We're going to talk about personal development in the background of confidence first. So this isn't like a full out training on personal development. I'm sure you've had a ton of those. We hear about personal development all the time. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, you better be reading 20 minutes a day. I hope you are. So like I said, I hope not, that part's not new tonight. But like I was saying before, anyone can have a confident mindset. Anyone can show up as a confident person. Anyone can identify as a confident person, but vice versa. Anyone can identify with not having confidence. Anyone can identify with being shy. Anyone can identify with not being good with people. Like you can put on any of these labels and it's all a choice. Like it's totally up to you what you want to believe about yourself and what story you want to tell, because that story is what you're going to be living out. So I I know saying that like it's a choice to not be confident can sound kind of harsh, because I know like back when I was super shy, if someone had said that to me, I'd be like, I'm not choosing not to be confident. It's just the way I am. You know what I mean? But the more I think about it, the more I realize it's like, sure, I wasn't straight up saying no to building my confidence, but I was saying yes to not getting outside of my comfort zone and to not developing my confidence. You know what I mean? Like anytime you say yes to something, you say no to something else. So by saying yes, that I wanted to stay stuck in my comfort zone, I was ultimately saying no to not growing my mindset and my confidence. Does that make sense? So like just because I wasn't straight up thinking that I was saying no to building my confidence, I was in a roundabout way. So just something to think about. Anytime you say yes to something, you say no to something else. These labels that we have about ourselves, like I'm shy, I don't have any confidence, like I could never talk to those people because I'm not a people person. I could never build a huge team like Melanie Mitchell because I'm not that confident. I'm not a teacher like her. She's an amazing teacher. Like I could never do that. Any of these things that we say, these labels that we put on ourselves, your dog's so cute. They're just stories. They're just stories that we've said over and over and over again, and they've become a belief. So whenever you have a story on repeat in your brain, that's how we start to make beliefs. And what happens when we have beliefs that are instilled in us over and over and over again, because we keep telling ourselves that belief, we start to act from that place. We start to be that person who's not confident. We start to be that person who doesn't think they can be a 15-star or a millionaire, you know? So if you change your beliefs through personal development and the other things we're going to talk about tonight, you'll change your words and your thoughts. You'll change your actions. And what happens when you do that over time? You change who you are, which changes your life. So all of these things are so intertwined. So don't get caught up in a story thinking, I've never been someone with this confident mindset that can stand in her power. Like realize that it's just a script you've had on replay and you can stop it in any moment you want to. The power of affirmations. Like, I don't know if Emily, you guys talk about that on your team a lot. I'm sure you do, like since you work with Josh, but the power of affirmations and affirming what you want every day, like that can really change those stories that you have going on in your head. Okay, so like we just kind of brought up, when we change our beliefs, it starts to change our actions. So the second thing we're going to talk about is taking action. 1 second. I always feel so awkward when I take a sip and people are just staring at me. Okay, write this down. I know you're already all writing. Action breeds confidence. So we talked about personal development, changing our beliefs, but if you don't do anything different, you don't get anything different. So we have to take action. We have to always take away everything we can and make it an actionable step. So I do have a couple things for homework tonight. But you can't expect your results to change unless what you're doing daily changes. So you could sit here and you could do all the trainings on YouTube. You could go in the archives for National Wake Up Call. You could hop on our Beachbody Champions page. And I'm not telling you not to do those things, but if you're the person who hops on trainings, and I've been there, and you're just like hoarding information, but you're not actually doing anything with it, you're never going to get anywhere. Because what's the point if you spend all this time doing personal development and doing trainings and changing your internal beliefs, but you don't actually go out and take action? You know what I mean? Like that's the magic sauce. The other thing I wanted to bring up is that we all have a confidence bank. And every day, everything we do is either adding or subtracting from our confidence bank. So for example, if I am doing my power hour, and I'm like having fun with it, I have no problem making new girlfriends. Like I'm just like, hey girl, super cute shirt. Like where'd you get it? Or hey girl, I love your pink hair. When'd you get it done? Like yada yada. How do you make it last so long? Tell me your secrets. Whatever. I've got that down. Okay. But then I get to the invite part and I'm like, invite this girl. I don't want to invite that girl either. I don't want to invite that girl either because what if she judges me? Or I don't want to invite that girl because what if she says no? Okay, so if I'm sitting there and I'm having this like internal dialogue in my head, this is Lucy, by the way. Say hi. And if I decide to give into that dialogue and I decide, you know what? I'm going to invite tomorrow. I feel like none of my conversations are at an invite place. I'm just going to do it tomorrow. It'll be fine. I'm giving into all my fears. Like I'm saying, you know what? You're probably right. Those girls are going to say no. They're going to hate me. They're going to judge me. They're going to think I'm weird. They don't want to be friends with me afterwards. I'm not going to invite them. If I give into that fear, I lower my confidence bank. Because anytime I'm making a decision like that and I'm doing something, I'm making a choice like that to either take action or not take action, to either follow through or not follow through. I'm either raising my bank or lowering it. Like, have you ever done some, or simple things? You know when you have a day where you just crush your to-do list, you get it all done and you end that day and you're like, I'm like the most badass person on earth. Like, did you just see me crush this to-do list? You feel so good and you raise your confidence bank because anytime you follow through with what you say you're going to do, you automatically get a huge confidence booster, but it works the other way too. Like anytime you say you're going to do a power hour and you don't actually do it, you're literally lowering your confidence. And if you keep doing that over time, you're going to start thinking like, I can't do this. Like I'm not even capable of doing power hours, which means I can't even build my business. And it's just like a downward spiral, right? Which is why number one was personal development tonight. But I just wanted to let you know about like how the choices we make every day can either add to having a confidence mindset or they can take away from it. So some things like I remember when I was starting to learn about like how my daily activities were playing a role in like how confident I was, it really made me think about like every choice I was making, especially when it came to like my power hours and stuff. Because I mean, let's be real, like there was a point in my business where I was just like, where I was like struggling with making my power hours a habit. You're like burning me up, Kat. She's like a little heater on my lap. I was like struggling with making my power hours a habit, you know, life stuff, right? We all are so busy. We all have these excuses of like life stuff, right? And so it just kept being a thing where I was like, I would end my day and power hour was still on my to-do list. Do you know how that made me feel? Like a piece of crap. Like the worst person in the world. Like, so my confidence was just dwindling. So when I finally learned that it was like my daily actions were either helping my confidence or lowering it, I started to come from that place. I started to act a different way and stand in my power differently and be like, you know what? Like, I need to do this for me. I need to follow through with what I say I'm going to do for me so I can feel good, not just for my goals in my business, not just for all the things I want to accomplish, but because it's going to make me a better person, you know, and it's going to make me more confident. It's going to make me more badass. So this brings us into stepping outside of our comfort zones, which I feel like a lot of people don't like to do. And I totally get it. Cause like I was that girl who's like, no, I'm good. Cause doing new things, you know, it's scary. Like anytime you're trying something new or you're doing something that's like a level up from where you're at, it can be scary. But anytime you feel fear, like this is just a total side note, anytime you feel the fear, like that is a good sign. I'm glad that Emily's good at that. Like if you're not feeling some sort of discomfort, actually this is part of my tips on here tonight. I'll tell it now. But so Josh always says, Josh Coates, he's always like, if you're not feeling some sort of discomfort, you are legit not making a difference. You are not doing anything on this earth. If you are just coasting through like cozy comfort zone, you're not making an impact. Like, so if you feel scared or fear of doing something, that's a good sign. Like lean into it. Okay, so we don't grow inside comfort zones. We stay the same. The law of nature says that things are always growing, things are always evolving. Us as humans, we're a part of nature, I'm pretty sure. So like if we aren't consistently growing, we're dying. So step outside of that comfort zone because nothing amazing is going to happen inside of it. You have to sometimes do different actions, new actions, maybe higher numbers, whatever it is for you right now that's scaring you, you have to just do it because it'll build your confidence and you'll be better because of it. Okay, I already said that about Josh. Yeah. One of my stories was like, so I was telling you girls that I was like super shy as a new coach. And I mean, it lasted for like the whole beginning of building my business. Like, it's not like, oh, I became a coach and then I read one personal development book and I was like, yes, I got it. No, it definitely took me a long time. Like, I've been a coach for 4 years. Like Emily said, probably the first 2 years, like I was dealing with my own like internal mindset shits. Like, I'm nowhere even the same person. But I remember I was probably like a fresh diamond and someone asked me to be on their team call. And like I was saying earlier, we used to call in. I feel so ghetto saying that. We used to call in. And so I was so nervous. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? They can't see how nervous I am. Whatever. Like, I'm just going to go on here and I'm just going to like read my notes. I'm pretty sure I like blacked out. But it's fine. Because then when I finished the call, what did I feel like? I felt like such a badass. I felt like I was the most confident person in the world. And if you step out of your comfort zone like that over and over and over again, you legit wake up one day and you look back and you're like, I don't even know who that chick is. Like, I don't know. She was so weird. I'm talking about myself. Okay, so this is your homework. So whatever you're fearing right now in your business, you're going to do it. Whatever it is for you, whatever, you might all be at different places in your business. It could be reaching out and making some new friends. It could be doing those invites. It could be Facebook Live. It could be Instagram Live. Maybe you're further along in your business and it could be like you got to record some trainings for your team. Whatever it is that's like scaring you and that's going to push you out of your comfort zone, but also help you and your business, you're going to do that. So that's your homework. You're going to do it by Friday. You're going to post in your team group by Friday, and you're going to say that you did it, and you're going to say what it was. If you don't, Emily is going to track you down, or she's going to add me to the team group, and I'm going to track you down. I'll take a screenshot and save all your names tonight. I'm just kidding. Okay, so that was your homework, which also brings us into the last thing about support and accountability, which we're so lucky to have this community as coaches. We always have people around us to push each other and just make us better. I think it can be something really amazing when you have someone or a few people or a team of people who can encourage you and lift you up when you're at this point where like you need to go to the next level. I think our team groups are a great place for that, but I also think if you can get in like a success partnership or you can get in a success pod, those are really amazing too because they're a little bit more individual, they're a little bit more personalized, and you can really build relationships. But I always think about this, and I always say this as like a tip: whatever you want in return. So like if you want to be supported, right, you have to give it. So if you're going to go and make a success partnership or a pod, whatever, be the person who like lights someone else up and encourages them because you'll get it in return. So be that light for someone else, which is awesome because that's what we do as coaches. Like that's literally whenever anyone asks me what we do as coaches, I'm like, we just shine our lights and then we give other people permission to shine their lights. Like how amazing. And then, so if you get into like a success pod or partnership, don't just make it like a check-in on goals. But if you can get into a relationship with a few people on your team, or it doesn't even have to be on your team, it could just be girls from other teams, whatever, and you can lift each other up outside of just like goals, being goal-oriented, like interact with each other on social media, like tell one another you're doing really great, like support each other on your social media posts. I feel like that can be really powerful because there's something almost indescribable when someone else believes in you, like while you're on the journey of building your own mindset and confidence. Like when someone believes in you, it's almost that little extra tick that you just need to be like, I've got this, like I'm going to the top. So I don't know if that sounds interesting to you, maybe you guys can get together in your team or something and like come up with these little groups. But I know for me, like that was really important when I started to just be friends with other coaches like Emily, and I started to not just rely on like basically myself, because my upline doesn't work for business. But like if you can kind of get with other people, they're going to push you but encourage you and also light you up. It can be pretty powerful in like building your confidence and your belief. Okay. I feel like I did that in record time. Oh, but I guess we only have like 10 minutes. Any questions?
Well, first of all, thank you. That was amazing. Have you read Girl Wash Your Face yet?
Not yet, but I heard you say it and I wrote it down, even though you were like, don't write down.
I'm only like 4 or 5 chapters in, but each chapter goes over like a different fear you have in your head. And one of them was like just what you were saying, like that the chapter was called I'll Do It Tomorrow. And it was really interesting to me because I realized I was doing some of those things too, like putting off things. And then like one day I wouldn't get to it. I was like, I'll do it the next day. And before you know it, it's like months that go by and this thing that you say you want to do hasn't gotten done. But he talked exactly about that. And I think it's so interesting because it's almost like science-based, like how our brain works of if you don't do something, you're going to just keep putting it off, not even on purpose, but you get like you program your brain to not do it and that's okay. But then like you said, you feel bad for not doing it and you just like put yourself down and it doesn't help your confidence at all. So I thought that was so interesting. And it's something that like you said, even just doing something little to boost your confidence, like you said, it's like that confidence bank. So like every time you add to it, you're like adding more confidence. And I think that falls right in with building habits. So like starting out with one habit and adding on. And once you start adding on these habits, it just becomes natural and you're more confident at doing it. So I thought that was really interesting because I just read about that too. And I was like, yes, like, and it hit, like, it just clicked with me. And then when you said it again, I was like, yeah, I need to go do that. Like, do you guys have any questions for Cristal? I thought this was an amazing call and really actionable steps that we can, like I wrote down notes of what you said, how we can increase our confidence. And I thought it was really interesting too that you said it's a skill. Like it's not just something you're born with, like it's literally a skill that you can improve. And I think it's something we can all improve on. Like I know I can. Let's see, we got a chat. The book I just mentioned was called Girl Wash Your Face. Weird title. I haven't gotten to why it's called that yet, but it's really good so far. Does anyone want to unmute and ask Cristal a question? You can ask her anything while she's here. Girl is a freaking rock star. 50 months in Success Club. And I have to say too, Sarah, did you just unmute? Go ahead.
Oh, you can finish your thought, Emily.
No, go ahead.
I kind of forgot my question, so you can go.
Cristal, I kind of like stalked your Instagram the day that you reached out to me. And don't spend all your night doing this, but if you scroll back on Cristal's Instagram, you can see the difference in her confidence. Like 100%. I mean, you have to scroll back a while, but because she said that and she talked about it on a call before, so I was like, I want to see this difference. And like you scroll back, she is 2 totally different girls. Like totally, you can like 100% see it in your pictures.
So I guess to kind of build off of that, like Cristal, what was the turning point for you?
But it was pretty much everything I said tonight. I had someone believe in me, and that boosted me up. And I started saying, I became a yes person. I used to be such a no person because I was so shy. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to be a yes person. Anytime anyone asks me to speak on a team call, anytime anyone asks me to do anything out of my comfort zone, even if it's literally something social, like that's how shy I used to be, where I was like, I don't think I want to go to lunch with you. Like I would just stay in my little bubble. So I became a yes person. I surrounded myself with people who were literally going to lift me up, which we're so all blessed to have, like just naturally here within our community.
And I think from what you said too, it has to be like a forced effort. It's not just like I read a book and it changed. It's like, no, you have to make an effort to step out of your comfort zone. You have to make an effort to do new things to push you past some of those fears.
Yeah, I did a couple. These were just like fun things that I needed to do for me. I did like a 30-day of fearlessness, if anyone wants to take this and run with it. I picked like a month, and I picked something to do every single day that was gonna either be something brand new I've never done before or something scary. I got my nose pierced during that. And I put the video on Facebook, and I was like dying.
Do you still have your list of what you did those 30 days?
I probably do somewhere. I did the challenge twice. I did it, 2 different months. I could probably find my list.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see it. But you just came up with them on your own? It wasn't like a book or something?
No, I came up with probably like 20. And then I looked online. I started searching like fearlessness challenges, and I found a bunch of stuff.
I think we should do it.
It was fun. It was definitely, it was about the time, like it was last year, about the time where I literally, like what I was saying in the training, like you look back and you don't even know who that girl is. Like that's me. Like that's exactly how I feel. I look back and I'm like, girl, you were so weird.
Anyone else have any questions for Cristal?
I don't bite.
She's nice, I promise.
Just a standard one, but any professional or personal development books that you recommend?
I've probably listened to You Are a Badass like 20 times. I'm sure
I'm just about to start rereading it. Like I literally just pulled it out of my stack and put it on my nightstand.
Yeah, it's good. And then a lot of, I don't know if you guys are into like law of attraction or like woo-woo stuff, but a lot of those books really helped me with my thinking. Like I read The Secret. I read The Secret, which I feel like people are like, that's so, I don't know. It's such like a well-known one. And then I read Ask and It's Given. So if anyone's interested in that kind of personal development, that really helped me like just change my thinking and realizing that I was like attracting, because when you start to tell yourself I'm not confident, we'll just use that as an example, and you tell yourself it over and over again, like I was saying, you build that belief, but you also like show up in that presence. And so when you go out into the world, you're like just basically attracting experiences, opportunities, people who are going to affirm that belief that you're not confident. And that's literally what I used to do. I would just go out, be like, I'm super shy, I'm insecure, I'm not confident. And everywhere I went, it was like, girl, you're so right. Like you can't even talk to people in the grocery store. And I'd have like anxiety attacks and like have to run to the bathroom.
And now you're so confident. Like, it's crazy. Like, I literally look at Cristal as like one of the most confident people ever, and like just puts herself out there. And without knowing her story, I would have never known that. Like, if I just look at her Instagram now, I'm like, this girl like has her shit together. Like, she's so confident. Like, how is she like that? But it's a work in progress, and like it's something you really have to work towards. So I always let this upload tonight, and then I'll post the team call tomorrow on our team page. I would really like you guys to all take tonight and think about it. And then tomorrow when I post the recording, under the video, comment what you're going to do to step out of your comfort zone, takeaways, and what your action plan is for what are you going to do to take action, like she said, and really step out of that comfort zone, and not just, think I'm more confident or whatever, but like push yourself out of your comfort zone. I'm going to do the same thing. So, and then I'll take a screenshot and send it to you, Cristal.
Yay, I can't wait.
Anyone have any other questions? We still have like 2 minutes left if anyone wants to ask her anything. Don't be shy. Step out of your comfort zone. Ask questions. Seriously, I literally used to be the girl that would never unmute myself or like ask a question, or I would be like, I have a question, like in class and stuff. And like, I mean, I have to talk on this team call. It's my team call, but like I would have never used to do that stuff either. Like I hated raising my hand in class. I hated like reading out loud when they called on you. I still would hate that, to be honest, but like I hated that. But it takes effort to step out of your comfort zone. So I'll be doing it right there with you girls. It's really good. So thank you so much, Cristal. I really appreciate you taking the time and speaking with us. I'm sure we'll do this again and speak on each other's team calls again. It was really fun. So
yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys all in the team page. Good night, guys. Bye. Thanks, Cristal.
Yes, thank you.